we've done the beginner's ray diagrams now. We're heading on to expert level. So we're doing the magnifying glass ray diagram. And this, if you remember, is where it gets interesting. So just looking at what's going on here, if you had this in an exam question, and they probably wouldn't tell you it's a magnifying glass because that's a bit of a giveaway, but just looking at the geometry of the situation, if you were asked to find the position and the characteristics of the image, noticing that this object is inside the focal point compared to the lens tells you it's going to be a magnifying glass, and it tells you that you're going to end up with a virtual image. So you're going to have to expect to extrapolate your rays. So then when you draw in ray 1, and you're starting off, same as always, parallel to the principal axis. If you know from the geometry of the ray diagram that this is going to be a magnifying glass, then you can draw in your extrapolated ray without ever taking your ruler off the paper. So that heading down there is what the ray of light actually did. You know from the geometry of this setup that you are going to need an extrapolated ray going backwards. And then you add in your other ray of light. Oh, did I go far enough? Maybe I didn't. Do you know, I'm going to go back now because it's going to be easier to fix now than it is going back in a minute when it starts getting complicated. I'm going to put in another extension on that extrapolated ray. Okay, my ray of light coming from the top of the object, going through the centre of the lens then. So yes, the actual ray of light we're talking about is going like this, but we're going to need the extrapolated ray going backwards. Am I going to have to go back to that again? What do we think? Maybe I am. Extrapolated ray going backwards like this. And the image is quite a way up here then. Again, it's quite hard by the time you get a long way from the lens to draw in a vertical line. It's where having a transparent ruler comes in handy. And so we're going to draw in our image over here. And so this is our virtual image. These are the paths of the actual rays of light, and these are the extrapolated rays going backwards. So our image, it's bigger than the object. There's the object there. It's bigger than the object. It's a virtual image, and it's the same way up as the object, so it's upright. And there's our magnifying glass ray diagram.